So today we're talking about blessings in disguise and how actually we shouldn't try and stay away from obstacles, but actually welcome obstacles. It's a mindset shift, isn't it? To welcome challenges. But when we understand that behind them can be life's greatest blessings, it becomes a lot easier to do so. Think about it. Every successful person you admire has faced setbacks. What separates them isn't luck or talent, but how they reframed their challenges. Life's hardships are, in fact, blessings, guiding you to where you're meant to be. We all want certain attributes, don't we? Maybe it's courage, wisdom, or just success itself. But how many of us are actually hoping for the struggle that's going to build those traits? It's easy, isn't it, to admire someone's situation, their successful situation, their house, their car, their partner, but we don't always appreciate the journey it took to get there. And if you imagine that person on that journey, at any one of those core obstacles, you've got one of two ways to think about it. One is, oh, well, I need to try and avoid this, or two is, I'm so happy I've got another obstacle because it means that I have to grow beyond that. J.K. Rowling, 12 publishers, living in poverty, raising a child as a single mother, could have easily given up, but she didn't. She kept moving forward, improved her writing, solidified her resolve, and built resilience. Michael Jordan was actually cut from the school basketball team. That's an obstacle that helped him to improve his mentality and build that internal fire. He worked tirelessly, didn't he, from there to become one of the greatest basketball players and athletes of all time. These kind of examples remind us that blessings often lie on the other side of the biggest setbacks. Think about a challenge that you faced looking back that became the best part of your life. I know people who have lost jobs, been banned from driving, lost a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and it's actually turned out to be the best thing that's ever happened to them, weirdly. Was that by design, or did they just make the best of a bad situation? Either way, blessing in disguise still runs true, doesn't it? I don't know if you've heard of the good luck, bad luck parable, but this gives a really good insight as to how we should look at things. I'll give a brief rendition of it. So, a farmer owned a single horse, essential for his work. One day, the horse ran away, and the neighbours came to express their sympathy. Oh, such bad luck. The farmer replied, good luck, bad luck. Who knows? A week later, the horse returned, bringing with it a herd of wild horses. The neighbours now exclaimed, what great luck! The farmer again, good luck, bad luck. Who knows? While taming one of the horses, the farmer's son fell and broke his leg. The neighbours, again, bad luck, terrible luck. But the farmer again, good luck, bad luck. Who knows? Not long after that, the army arrived to conscript young men for war. Due to his injury, the farmer's son was spared. The neighbours again, amazing luck, amazing luck. And yet again, the farmer said, good luck, bad luck? Who knows? So just think about that. What's the moral here? Life is full of twists and turns, and what seems to be a curse today could be a blessing tomorrow, and vice versa. And actually, therefore, blessing in disguise runs true, doesn't it? There. Let's look at some real life examples as opposed to a parable. Let's have a think. Okay, maybe you face your toughest competitor in round one. That might seem like a curse on the face of it, but actually, you get the opportunity to find the best guy. You might not get an opportunity later on to fight the best guy because you'll get knocked out. Or maybe if you beat him, you know, instead of thinking about getting beaten, you're thinking about, well, what if I do beat this man? Maybe you beat them and then every other fight after that's easier. Again, how you reframe your thought process. Maybe you lose your job. While initially this is devastating, it can actually push you to pursue careers that you're passionate about, start your own business, learn new skills, or just decide to go traveling. Maybe again, it's a blessing in disguise again. Splitting up from a partner. Maybe your business is not doing too well. You've got low sales. Maybe this forces you to innovate and adapt. A lot of sort of big companies credit their success to tough financial times. We need desperation or inspiration to change. And sometimes, if we aren't inspired enough, life can force us to become desperate by the position that we're put in. Maybe you got injured or became ill, and actually it helps you to redefine your life objectives and to correctly allocate time and resource to things that matter to you. Again, you'll probably know someone who has said this. They've been ill or been injured, and they say it's the best thing that's happened to them. Maybe it gives you a time to read more books or write, whatever. Maybe you failed publicly and people humiliate you and say you'll never amount to anything. Maybe you use that as fuel. And on the face of it, again, you might think, well, why am I getting bullied? Why am I being singled out? Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. And we should actually seek out these obstacles. We want people to rile us up. We want challenges. We want things to be hard. The harder things are, the better you become off the back of them. Maybe your friend moved away and actually you feel like you've lost a friend, but instead you've been able to thrive and have less distractions, gain some personal independence. And maybe this wouldn't have happened if that hadn't have happened. So what challenges have you faced recently, and could you look at the potential blessings that come from the other side of these? Maybe there is a gift there waiting for you. Obstacles are the blessings you've asked for. Let's take the example of asking God for patience. He's not going to just give you patience, he gives you the opportunities to build patience. Maybe you want to be courageous. He's not just going to give you courage. Courage is, in fact, having fear and moving forward. So he will put in your way tasks that build courage. So you're getting exactly what you asked for in some respects, but you don't look at it that way. You just want to be given things. You have to work for things. You can't get a dog that's just perfectly trained as a puppy. You have to build that through trial and error and mistakes and obstacles. Your dog might run away on the field. That forces you to train them. That obstacle was what you needed in order to train them. The blessing in disguise. Instead of asking, which is what most people do, why is this happening to me? and instead ask, what can I learn from this? How is this challenge shaping me for the future? When we start to shift this mindset, problems become opportunities. Unless, of course, you've got a drinking problem. That's not a drinking opportunity. So we've understood then we first need to reframe our narrative. The next time you face a problem, remind yourself that it could be a hidden blessing. Maybe you want to keep a journal of your challenges and actually, over time, look at what you've gained from them and look at a pattern for growth. And actually, what might happen is you will be quite excited about challenges there, that are forthcoming. You need to seek discomfort and embrace situations that challenge you and celebrate the process. So remember then, you should welcome challenge and obstacles because they are there to build you, and actually they are blessings in disguise. Maybe they've been put on your path purposely so that you can become everyone you've ever wanted to be.